Hey guys, it's Nikki with Casa, and today's activity is we're going to make some beads out of paper. So these are ones that I already made. I don't know how well you can see those, and you guys can use magazines or pictures from an old calendar, or you can just use plain pieces of paper and color them, or you could use a solid piece of colored paper and they would just make a solid colored bead. These ones, the picture was of some trees with some different colors of leaves, and those white ones were of like the trees and the snow, and that's kind of the design that it made. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, first I'm going to use some magazine pictures, and these are some pictures I just tore out of a magazine. Check with your parents before you do that. I'm going to start with these ones. These are, I thought this chair pattern looked pretty cool. So first you're just going to cut them into strips. And make it all nice and straight if you want to, but it's not necessary. Just some strips. And if you want them to be all perfectly even, you can. So I'll just show you on here. These are some I made, and these are the wider strips of paper. This one was this wide. These ones were about an inch big, and that's the ones I did the majority of. The paper was about an inch wide. And then I did some little tiny ones. And it was just, the strip of paper looked like this. So the beads can all be different, just depends on you and the style of necklace or bracelet, whatever you're going for. Once again, once you have them in a strip, you can do a couple of things with them, and it's going to just change the shape of your bead. You can leave them like this, and when you roll it, it's just going to be a normal flat bead. Cutting it into a triangle shape. That's kind of a weird glare, I'm sorry. So these ones I cut into a triangle. And they make the beads that are like this. They're skinny on the ends and then get a little fatter in the middle. And then I'm going to show you this piece of paper here. You can do all of these different. So depending on how you cut your strip of paper is going to change the shape of the bead you get. So this is just a regular rectangle, and it's just a flat bead. And then the more designs you put to it, it's going to get you a little bit of different shape of bead. I haven't tried one of these, but it would be kind of like a tooth, and then it kind of makes a double bead. So you can mix them up, do the same thing. That's completely up to you. Make it yours, however you want to do it. And I'll post a picture of that on the comment section later. Okay, so once you got your triangle strips of paper, you're going to need something round to roll them on. And here's just a couple of different ideas. Toothpick. This is just a paper clip that I unrolled, a skewer, or a straw. And all the difference, I mean, any of these will work. You could also use a pencil. It's just going to make the inside of your bead thicker. So let's just, this one, can you see the inside of that? This one I used the straw on, and this one I used a toothpick. So that's just what the difference is, whether or not you've got a fatter center or a smaller. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the straw on these ones. Just decide, and once you cut your strips, you can decide which side of the paper, if you're using a magazine, you want this to use. I really like these blues, so I'm going to roll that on the outside. So you're just going to start. Hi, Aunt Bob. And you're going to roll it. This, you want it snug against the stick, but you don't want it so tight because you're going to have to slide it off the stick later. So you don't want it like super, super tight, but it's just a matter of rolling. Okay, and then we need to glue this piece down. And you can do it a couple ways. You can use a glue stick. I just put some glue in this bowl and added a little bit of water just so it's a little bit thinner, and I'm just going to brush it on. But yesterday I was using the glue stick and it works the same way. So however you want, whatever you have at home. Don't use super glue, you'll glue your fingers together. So just a little bit of glue on the end and then finish rolling it. And once you get to the end, I'm going to hold it here for just a couple of seconds to make sure that end seals. And you slide it off and you've got your first bead. And actually the blue didn't even show up like I thought it would. It's more of the browns. But it's still pretty. So I'm going to make a couple of those. Start it and you're just going to roll it. All right. And there again, because my piece of paper is a triangle, it's thinner on the outside and the bead is getting thicker in the middle as I go. And this one I'll go and show this, I'm going to use the glue stick on. Same thing, just glue that last inch or so. And then roll it all the way around. And just hold it for a second or two to seal it. Sorry, I keep going off camera. I'm not very good at this live thing. Just a reminder, we are two days away from Blue Day this Friday. Don't forget to wear your blue or your new Casa t-shirt. Take a picture and send it to us so we can post it and show the world that North Central Kansas supports happy and healthy childhoods. And there you go. So the next part is once you have as many of these as you want to make on your necklace or bracelet, I suggest going in with some kind of either if you have, this is just that glue with water, and I just put a thin coat on them. I'm sorry, I can't watch my screen and focus here. And this just kind of helps seal it, but it's not a requirement. This is not something that you would have to do. Your bead's going to hold up as long as you have the end glued. And then I just set them, I have a plate here, I'm setting them on to dry. I'm just going to do a thin, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just to help seal it. Keep the edges from unraveling. We're going to try that. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make one that is all, here's the white paper, the trees. And I'm going to do, this is just a rectangle one with no point on the end so that you can see that it still makes a cool bead. It's just a regular cylinder. This is the back of a calendar. My mom had some old calendar pictures. Don't take pictures from your mom's new calendar, kids. All right, there again, get to the end and just a little bit of glue. Hold it for just a few seconds, make sure that's sealed. Oh, I might have got it too tight. There we go. Slide it off your straw. So that's it. Pretty simple. Now, once you have, I made a bunch yesterday, so you could, these are all ones I made yesterday. So there again, these papers were wider. These ones were thinner. And then the difference between doing a triangle with the center being thicker or just a straight rectangle piece of paper. Now you're going to find something to string them on. And you can do several things. There's just regular yarn, fishing wire. You could use some, if your mom has some thread. This one is on fishing string. I'm going to put this, I'm going to use this pipe cleaner and make maybe see if I can do a bracelet. So depending on what you used, if you use the straw, you can use on a pipe cleaner. These ones that I did on a toothpick that have the smaller center. I don't know. Oh, actually, well, looky there. I probably should have found a different color of pipe cleaner, but I'm just going to string these on there. There again, you can use anything you have at home for this part. Any string, wire. All right. There you go. There's a cute little, well, these bigger beads don't bend as well. These ones would make a better bracelet. I really like these ones. These were just trees, like in the fall, pictures of fall trees. Kind of made some pretty colors. So I will post a picture of this again in the comments so you guys can go back and look at the different shapes of paper that will make the different shapes of beads. When you're all done with your creation, make sure you take a picture of it and post it in the comments, and you'll be entered to win a fun prize. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing what you all make. Have a good day.